Hey, I'm Minister Miguel Marquez, and I've been serving God now for a couple of years, and this is just something I feel led to share with y'all. It's how to get in the presence of God after sinning, how to get in the presence of God after sinning. So before I give you instructions on how to do that, I want to just let y'all know that God is slow to anger. So don't think that because you messed up now that God's wanting to destroy you. God is compassionate. God is merciful. God generally cares for you, for your family, and for people. God is willing to work with whoever's willing to work with Him. So don't think that because you're saying that God's done with you. No, God's far from done with you. God is more willing to work with you than ever because God sees that now you know you need Him. That's why you feel led to look up this video. That's why you're here now. And just know that God is willing to forgive any sin. Don't feel like you committed a certain sin and now you're unsavable and unforgiving. People will make you feel that once you commit a certain sin that God's done with you. But my Bible tells me that Moses committed murder and God forgave his sin. And if you commit murder right now, people say, "Oh, I don't want you in my church. I'm not only one to see you." And yet God used a murderer to save His people, millions of people, of Israelites. God used Moses to write the first 5 books of the Bible, and he was a quote unquote murderer. So how did God use him? Because God didn't see Moses in his current state. God seen Moses down the road because he knew what He wanted to do with Moses, and God knows what He wants to do with you. And God's not looking at you as your current state. God's not looking at you as a liar, as a cheater, as a fornicator. God's not looking at you as a homosexual. God's not looking at you as a prostitute. God's not looking at you as whatever you are right now. He's looking at you down the road to see where you are gonna be. That God sees your potential, not your mess up. People will see your mess up, but not God. And so, if you need another example, look at Saul. How Saul killed Christians and he became the Apostle Paul, one of the greatest soul winners to Jesus. God don't care about your sin. He cares about what you're going to do after you sin. And you need to repent and confess your sins to God. When you do confess your sins, you don't need to confess your sins to a man or to a woman per se. You need to confess to God. And when you do, God can read your thoughts. And you can just confess in your mind. Be real with God, and God will be real with you. You can't hide from God, but God's looking to be real with you. God already knows what you've done, but He wants to hear from you. He wants to hear from you. So confess your sins in your head. God will forgive you. Have faith that He will. Have faith in His sacrifice. And after you confess your sins, after you've repented, after you ask God for forgiveness, after you say, "God, I'll forgive every one of their trespasses so you can forgive my trespasses," then God will forgive you. And after He does, thank Him. Thank Him for His forgiveness. Thank Him for His sacrifice at Calvary. Thank Him for everything He's done for you and is doing and will do. Thank Him in advance for victory. Thank Him in advance for blessing you with everything He's blessed you with. And another word of advice, I would suggest reading Psalm 51 and see how King David responded after he sinned, after he fornicated with Bathsheba, and you'll see how King David responded to sin afterward, and see how he humbly went before God even after messing up. And so that's all I have to share with y'all today, and just be close to God while you can.